Now a Fox News exclusive. Former President Obama calling out his former White House doctor, Texas Congressman Ronnie Jackson, for commenting on then-candidate Biden's health during the 2020 campaign. Obama writing in an email, quote, "That's why I have to express my disappointment at the cheap shot you took at Joe Biden via Twitter. It was unprofessional and beneath the office that you once held." Fox News contributor Ari Fleischer joins us now. He also wrote the new book, Suppression, Deception, Snobbery, and Bias. And I have it in my possession now. Congratulations to you, Ari. And this plays right into this topic, because this is something that the mainstream media avoided reporting on, questioning, or even talking about for quite some time.
Compare the contrast between when Donald Trump walked slowly down a ramp after a speech at West Point, and there was a front page story of the New York Times, health implications for Trump. Biden has now fallen twice, and the press hasn't raised any issues about it when he walked up the steps of Air Force One and on the bicycle. And the press just falls for whatever they're told by the Biden team. The hypocrisy in media coverage is sickening. And this is why I wrote the book.
Do they fall for it, or are they just continuing to protect him?
Well, it's in part they fall for it because they just go right to Biden's people to say what happened, and they print Joe Biden's people saying he's fine. End of story. With Trump, they went right to Trump antagonists to say what happened, and they printed what the antagonists said. This is how the media, too often, the mainstream media, do their job. And I blow the whistle on it. It's why I was inspired to write a book, because I just couldn't stand watching the bias.
It's really fascinating because you write about why the press gets so much wrong, and you're really specific about how much they've gotten wrong just in recent years. And you go on to make the point why they just don't care. I'll put these up on the screen. These are recent now media headlines where only recently the media started to call into question Joe Biden's mental acuity. At 79, the New York Times says Biden is testing the boundaries of age and the presidency. Remember that one just in recent days. The age question, CNN, is catching up to Joe Biden. Politico writes, poll, voters' doubts rising about Biden's health, mental fitness. This is just in recent days.
And this will be a passing phase. The press is doing this now in part because the Democratic base is really starting to get worried about Joe Biden, so this is a theme everybody's picking up on. But mark my words, if Joe Biden runs for re-election, their stories are going to talk about Joe Biden's vigor. How strong he is at his age, because at that point, then they have to defeat whoever the Republican nominee is, especially if it's Donald Trump.
But isn't that why we're seeing the president's own party try to get ahead of that by not standing behind him running?
Yes, but why wasn't the press covering this all along? Why during the campaign in 2020 did the press suppress these stories about Biden's age and health? They looked right past it. Why everybody else in America knew it, saw it with their own eyes, not just conservatives. There was a great concern about Biden's age, but you didn't see it in the press back then because their duty was to suppress it.
But you make the point in your book, Ari, plays right into the story we're talking about here. How if the media continues down this road, the American public is uninformed of what's really happening.
And that's why I lament this. Look, I get asked all the time, where can people go to get the news straight and objective and fair? And people have just turned their back. And the mainstream media, poll after poll, they have lost the trust and the faith of the American people. Conservative media is booming, but the mainstream media is dying.
Suppression, deception, snobbery, and bias. Ari Fleischer, congratulations. There's the book. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
On day two of the book release. Good to have you here.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.